Hey guys, so we're like over halfway through this program, and I just want you to know how proud I am of you, first of all, for making it this far, for sticking to this, and just, really trying your best to be a better person and to make better choices. I know it's not easy. There's so many temptations and so many social settings and things that we do that tempt us to live a not so healthy life. It's really easy to make bad decisions. So that's what I kind of want to go back and talk about today are your choices and the decisions that you're making. Because we did talk about in the beginning about choosing your heart. Which heart are you going to choose? And I just want to kind of go back to that and just build a little bit on the choices that you're making as you're going through this journey. So at this point, you should be feeling better about the choices you're making. You should be feeling like they're getting a little easier. You should feel like it's becoming a little bit more like second nature. Okay, it takes 21 days to make a habit, 3 weeks. So if you stick to something, full guns out for 3 weeks, your body and your mind and everything is going to start to create new pathways to make better choices and make them easier. So no matter what you do, you always have a choice. And it's not always an easy choice. And honestly, I truly believe in everything in modification or in moderation. Okay, everything in moderation is really what I go by. And I know we've talked about the 80-20 rule and things like that. But I really want you guys to think about some of the choices that you're making now. How can you improve those choices? So you've already kind of taken a step to say, okay, I'm making better choices, but how can we take that to the next level? What can we do to make a better choice? So, for me, it's pushing a little harder on my workout, or choosing to never skip a day in my DVD or program set that I'm doing. Or I teach classes, so I teach live classes at a gym, so I always have to give 100%, but that's a choice. I don't have to give 100%, but I want to be there for my people and I want to give 100%. So you always have a choice on what you do. And no matter what choice you make, that's going to put into motion something else, some sort of consequence or something that comes out of, not necessarily consequence, but something good or something bad that comes out of the choice that you made. It's called karma, right? So karma comes back to you. It's the good energy that comes back to you when you make good choices. So when you make good choices, it's a cycle. So when you make good choices about what you're eating, about the water intake that you're taking in, about parking further away and walking and taking the stairs versus the elevator, and pressing play with your DVDs, with your workouts, drinking your Shakeology, when you choose to do all those, that comes back full circle to you. You start feeling better. You start looking better. People start noticing, and your attitude starts to change. It's like you're lifted up. You start making better choices about yourself, and you start looking for the abundance versus the lack in your life. So you're looking for the positivity in your life, the good things that are happening in your life. That's the evidence that's going to help you push forward. So my assignment to you today is to really think about the choices that you're making. And one of the biggest choices that you can make is to look at the positive things in your life. And what I always say is look at the abundance in your life, what you have versus the lack. If you're looking at the abundance and you're proud of yourself for where you're at now, and you're feeding yourself and your soul and your mind, you're feeding positive energy and positive thoughts, that is only going to continue to push you forward. If you have positive thoughts and you're making positive choices, you're only going to move forward and continue that cycle into positivity and making better choices for your lifestyle as a whole, right? We talked a little bit about, like water and sleep and just different things that make up this whole healthy lifestyle. When one starts to kind of get in track and where it needs to be in your circle of life, everything else starts to kind of fall in place. So I want you to comment below, and I want you to talk about how you can take the choices that you've already made and maybe step them up a notch. And I also want you to comment below about the abundance that's happening in your life right now. What are the good things in your life, and what are you grateful for today? So thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.